Hello and welcome to my video that is dedicated to helping you to improve your vocabulary. This is the second in a series of 10, and each one of the videos contains 10 words. For those of you who are joining for the first time, the system is very simple. 3 steps in learning new words. The first is seeing and hearing the word and learning its meaning. Secondly, focusing on the pronunciation of the word and visualizing it so that you can understand the word better. And then thirdly, using the word in context, using it in a sentence. I have received good feedback so far, and I know that this is a system that is working based on my many years of teaching experience. So I really hope that you will also benefit from this video. Let's begin. Our first word today is derivative. Derivative. Derivative is an adjective, and it refers to something such as an idea that is not original. It is derived from something else. If we visualize the word derivative as an adjective, and we can see in the picture here the art work on the face of this model is perhaps derived from Picasso, derivative art. The verb for derivative is derive, and usually this is not a complementary word. So other words with a similar meaning to derivative would be inane, banal, or insipid. Just by the way, it does not mean that all derivative art is inane or banal. There can be some great works of art that are derivative. His art was derivative in nature, mostly copying the style of old masters. Interestingly, a derivative is also a kind of financial instrument. So if your major is finance, you will know exactly what a derivative is. And maybe you could explain it to me someday. All right, next word, didactic. Didactic. Didactic is an adjective, and it means to teach or instruct. To teach or instruct. This is something that is said of our teachers. Didactic, referring mostly to a teacher. It can be positive in the sense that it means that you teach somebody something, but we can also use it in a negative way. He or she is in a very didactic manner. It means that this is somebody who just tells you something, not really interested in teaching, just in telling. So it can be a negative word. Here is our sentence. Many children's stories have a didactic purpose since readers can get a lesson from reading them. Dismiss. Dismiss. Dismiss is a verb, and it means to send away, to discharge someone for their job, or to treat someone or something as unworthy. All right, we can dismiss a class, for example. You can dismiss a person from their job, or maybe sometimes your parents will dismiss your excuse why you did not do your homework. I hope our teacher will dismiss this class soon, as I am getting hungry. Elated. Elated. Elated is an adjective, and it means to be very happy. And I think nothing says elated more than a dog that is happy to see its master, right? You know the feeling when you get home, and if you are lucky enough to own a little dog, how elated the dog is to see you. Of course, an adjective. And here is our sentence. I was elated at hearing the news of your graduation. Very happy. Eloquent. Eloquent. Eloquent is an adjective, and it means somebody who is fluent in writing or speaking, somebody who's able to express something clearly. We can also use a word perhaps well spoken. Eloquent, we can imagine a person easily getting up in front of a group of people and speaking them a very engaging manner, getting their interest. And eloquent is an adjective, and here is our sentence. He was in love with books and was eloquent about the benefits of reading. Enumerate, enumerate. Enumerate is a verb, and it means to mention many things one by one. You can imagine your parents enumerating why you should study. Firstly, if you study, you will get a good job. Secondly, if you study, and so on and so on. Enumerate, which is a verb. Here is our sentence. There are too many things on this list to enumerate. Erratic is our next word. Erratic. Erratic is an adjective, and it means without a regular pattern or movement, something that is not predictable. Perhaps a river, it looks like it has some pattern, but we can see in the top left-hand corner, suddenly there is no real pattern to what the river is doing, right? It becomes erratic, no real pattern. Erratic is an adjective, and here is our sentence. The clock is broken and needs to be fixed, since its timekeeping is very erratic. Exacerbate is our verb. Exacerbate. Exacerbate means to make something worse. And I think here is a very unsettling picture of pollution, right? Pollution can exacerbate our health conditions. Perhaps you have an allergy, and you can say that the allergy exacerbates the pollution. The pollution exacerbates my allergy. And climate change will certainly exacerbate the bad effects of pollution, and I think this is something that we can feel all around us. So sad. Explicit. Explicit. Explicit is an adjective, and it refers to something that is stated clearly and in detail. There is no room for doubt, and I think few things are more explicit than a contract, right? A contract has so many rules and items clearly stating what both parties to the contract are agreeing to. It has to be very explicit. She gave us explicit instructions on how to use the equipment is another way we can use the explicit. Exponent. Exponent. Exponent is a noun, and it refers to someone who promotes an idea. Someone who promotes an idea. In our example, maybe somebody who is proposing the idea of green energy. We can say that he is an exponent of green energy. Exponent is our noun. He was an early exponent of the idea that humans need to act together to save the planet. And that brings us to the end of today's 10 words. Let us review them. Derivative, didactic, dismiss, elated, eloquent. Enumerate, erratic, exacerbate, explicit, exponent. And that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you have a lovely day, and see you again soon. Bye-bye.